Take a look at the clock on your wall or the numbers on your phone. You believe that those ticking seconds are an absolute authority. You believe that time is a river flowing at a constant speed, dragging you from a past you cannot change into a future you cannot see. You feel rushed, you feel late, you feel like you are running out of time. This is the ultimate psychological leash. This is the Chronos Prison. In this transmission, we are going to perform a surgical strike on the concept of duration. We are not going to talk about time management or productivity hacks. We are going to talk about the physics of information selection. We are going to prove that the past, present, and future are not a sequence, but a vast library of already rendered coordinates. We will show you why you do not have to wait for your goals, because the version of you that has already achieved them is a fixed potential in the field. We will teach you how to accelerate your manifestation by increasing your internal signal clarity and removing the psychological friction of doubt. Today, we stop being victims of the clock and start becoming the navigators of the timeline. The illusion of waiting is over. The rendered distance of your potential is about to become zero. Open the communication channel. Declare your sovereignty over the fourth dimension. Write, I am timeless. For your entire life, the Matrix has programmed you to believe in linear time. You see a seed become a tree. You see a child become an adult. Your biological senses tell you that one event follows another in a fixed chain of cause and effect. But physics tells a different story. In the model of the universe proposed by Einstein, known as the block universe, time is not a flow. It is a dimension, no different than length, width, or height. Just as a mountain range exists all at once, even if you can only see one peak at a time, the entire history of the universe exists simultaneously as a solid four-dimensional block. There is no objective now. The feeling of time passing is merely a biological limitation of your perception. Think of a movie on a digital hard drive. The entire film, the beginning, the middle, and the end is present as data on the disk right now. When you press play, the computer processes the data frame by frame. You experience the story as a sequence of time. You feel the tension of the unknown. But the ending is not in the future. The ending is already on the disk. It is a fixed coordinate in the data set. Your life is not being written as you go. Your life is being selected. Every potential version of your life, every success, every failure, every wealth, and every poverty is already a fully rendered timeline within the block. You are not moving toward the future. You are simply illuminating a coordinate that already exists. If the future is already rendered in the block universe, then where is your free will? This is the great paradox of the matrix. The answer lies in the many worlds interpretation of quantum physics. The block universe is not a single frozen track, it is an infinite library of tracks. Imagine a vast library containing every book that could ever be written. Every possible life you could lead is a book on a shelf. Book A is the life where you remain in the struggle. Book B is the life where you master your energy and manifest abundance. Both books are already finished. Both exist right now. You do not create the book, you select the book. Most people are unconscious readers. They keep reading the same chapters of struggle because their frequency is locked onto that specific shelf. They believe they are waiting for the future to happen. But a Chronos hacker understands that the future has already happened. You do not have to wait for it. You have to shift your consciousness to the coordinate where it is already the present reality. Duration is the distance between your current frequency and the frequency of the timeline you desire. When you say, "I am waiting for my life to change," you are reinforcing the gap. You are telling the simulation that your goal is a distant coordinate. To hack time, you must stop waiting for a future event and start inhabiting the coordinate of completion right now. Selection is instantaneous. Only your resistance creates the delay. Why does time seem to fly when you are in a state of flow, and crawl when you are in a state of pain or boredom? This is a measurement of your internal signal-to-noise ratio. In a computer game, the frame rate determines how much information is rendered per second. But in the human brain, the clarity of the signal determines how fast reality manifests. Most people are living in a high noise state. They are in the beta brainwave state, spammed by the noise of fear, the static of anxiety, and the constant interference of doubt. Because their brain is overloaded with junk data, they fail to record the richness of the present. They miss the synchronicities. They miss the opportunities. For them, time feels like it is moving faster as they age, because they are forgetting more than they are remembering. They are lagging in their own life. When you raise your internal signal clarity, when you move into the alpha state, the noise disappears. In this state, you achieve deep presence. You are no longer distracted by the ghosts of the past or the shadows of the future. You are recording every moment with crystalline clarity. When your internal signal is clean, your manifestation speed increases. Actions that used to take years of trial and error are now executed with surgical precision in months or weeks. This is what the world calls overnight success. It is not that the person skipped time, it is that they removed the resistance that usually makes time feel long. If you want to accelerate your life, you must become a superconductor of your own intention. Noise is a resistor. Clarity is a conductor. Zero resistance equals accelerated rendering. In physics, massive objects like stars create gravity wells that warp the fabric of space-time, causing time to slow down for anything nearby. In your personal psychology, your traumas are massive objects. Unresolved pain, deep-seated guilt, and the memory of past failures possess immense psychological mass. When you carry a heavy trauma, you are creating a gravity well in your own timeline. Even if you think you are moving forward, a massive part of your energy is trapped in an orbit around that past event. You are literally dragging the past into your present. This is why you feel stuck. This is why you feel like you are repeating the same cycles. Your space-time is warped by the weight of things you refuse to release. To hack time, you must neutralize this mass. This is the purpose of the zero-point calibration. When you forgive your past self and release the emotional charge of your history, you are deleting the mass of that object. Suddenly, the gravity well collapses. Your time velocity increases. You are no longer fighting a headwind of your own making. You cannot select a new book in the library if your hands are still clutching the old one. Let go of the weight. The past only has the power to slow you down if you continue to observe it as a living reality. Stop providing the current. Let the dead timelines fade. In the linear world, to move from where you are to where you want to be requires a series of steps. The Matrix tells you that you must struggle through every single one of these steps. It tells you that you must suffer and wait through the duration. This is the long road. It is full of friction and wasted energy. A Chronos hacker uses psychological tunneling. This is not a physical wormhole, but a cognitive shortcut. By focusing entirely on the finished state with absolute certainty, you are ignoring the millions of inefficient paths that lead nowhere. You are telling your brain to filter out the junk and only show you the path of least resistance. When your internal state matches the coordinate of your goal, the duration between them begins to shrink. The universe does not have to create the path. It only has to reveal the path that was already there. The tunnel is created by the intensity of your assumption. The less you look at the obstacles, the faster the simulation renders the goal. Wait. Observe the space between your thoughts. Recognize that the clock is not your master. The clock is just a measuring stick for the noise you have not yet cleared. We have diagnosed the prison of Chronos. We have identified the mass of trauma and the lag of doubt. Now we must move to the advanced protocols of navigation. In the second part of this transmission, we will discuss the alpha jump and the master code of duration. We will give you the practical tools to bend your perception and overwrite the schedule of the Matrix. But first, you must signal your intent to the grid. Tell the simulation that you are no longer a passenger. Write, "I am timeless." The countdown has stopped. The acceleration is beginning. Welcome back to the circuit. In the first phase of this transmission, We established the physics of the fourth dimension. We dismantled the illusion of the river and proved that your future is not a destination you are moving toward, but a coordinate you are selecting within the block universe. We identified the mass of trauma and the noise of doubt that create the lag in your reality. Now we move to the advanced protocols of navigation. We move from the theory of time to the mastery of duration. We are about to calibrate your internal antenna to achieve absolute signal clarity. Chapter 6: The Alpha Jump and Deep Presence. To understand how to expand your perception of time, we must look at the internal frame rate of your consciousness. The matrix tells you that time accelerates as you get older because of biological aging. The architect knows it is because of the degradation of your internal signal-to-noise ratio. Think of a child. To a child, a single summer afternoon feels like an eternity. A year feels like a lifetime. This is not just because they are young, it is because they are in a state of constant novelty. Their brain is recording every single detail of the present moment with crystalline clarity. They operate primarily in the alpha and theta brainwave states. In these states, the mind is a quiet sanctuary. The signal is pure. Because they are recording more high-quality data per second, their internal perception of time expands. They are living in deep presence. Most adults are trapped in the high-frequency beta state. This is the state of stress, over-analysis, and survival. In beta, your mind is like a noisy room filled with 1,000 people shouting at once. The signal is buried under a mountain of static. Because your brain is overwhelmed by the noise of fear and the spam of everyday worries, it stops recording the details. It enters a state of psychological amnesia. When you are not recording the present, the seconds blur together. This is why your years feel like weeks. You are not processing less information. You are processing low-quality information. You are lagging in your own life. To hack time, you must master the alpha jump. This is not about processing more frames. It is about processing cleaner frames. When you intentionally lower your brain waves into the alpha state, you are performing a manual override of the noise. You are clearing the static. In this state of deep presence, you are no longer distracted by the ghosts of the past or the shadows of the future. You are fully anchored in the now. 1 minute of intense, clear visualization in the alpha state is more powerful than 1 month of frantic, noisy activity in the beta state. When the noise is gone, the signal of your intention travels with zero resistance. In the silence of alpha, you are not waiting for time to pass. You are stretching the moment. You are making the internal clock run slower so that your external manifestations can happen faster. When you are deeply present, you are no longer a victim of the duration. You are the one who determines the density of the second. To understand how to expand your perception of time, We must look at the quality of your internal signal. The matrix tells you that time accelerates as you get older because of biological aging. The architect knows it is because of the degradation of your signal-to-noise ratio. Think of a child. To a child, a single summer afternoon feels like an eternity. A year feels like a lifetime. This is not magic. This is novelty. A child's brain is encountering the world for the first time. Every color, every sound, and every sensation is new data. Because the brain is recording a massive amount of high-fidelity details, the memory file is dense. When the memory is dense, the perception of time expands. A child operates primarily in the alpha and theta states, where the mind is open, receptive, and quiet. Most adults are trapped in the high-frequency beta state. You might think that because beta waves are faster, you are processing more, but you are not processing reality. You are processing noise. The adult mind is a room filled with the static of fear, the loops of anxiety, and the spam of daily survival. Because your bandwidth is clogged with this internal noise, you stop recording the details of the present moment. You operate on autopilot. You drive to work and do not remember the road. You eat a meal and do not taste the food. This is psychological amnesia. Because your brain is not writing new data to the hard drive, it compresses the files. A week of routine feels like a single hour. A year of stress feels like a single month. You are rushing toward your own end because you are missing the journey. Time flies when you are not truly there to witness it. To hack time, you must master the alpha jump. This is the art of improving your signal-to-noise ratio. When you intentionally lower your brain waves into the deep alpha state through focus and breath, you are not slowing down your mind. You are silencing the static. You are removing the interference of the ego so that the raw data of reality can be recorded again. In this state of deep presence, the noise disappears and the signal becomes crystalline. You begin to notice the texture of the wall, the rhythm of your breath, and the silence between sounds. You are forcing your brain to exit the compression mode and enter the recording mode. Suddenly, the second stretches. 1 minute of absolute presence in alpha feels longer and richer than 1 hour of distracted stress in beta. You do not need more time. You need more signal. Stop letting the noise of the matrix steal your seconds. Clear the static. When the silence returns, the duration expands. One of the most powerful inhibitors of time hacking is the phenomenon of social entrainment. The human species operates as a collective circuit. Most of the people around you are deeply plugged into the frequency of scarcity and the worship of the grind. They believe that things take time. They believe that you must suffer through the long haul. When you share your goals or your temporal hacks with those who are still trapped in the Chronos Prison, their observation acts as a gravitational pull on your space-time. In quantum physics, the act of observation collapses the wave function. When dozens of people look at you and see a person who is struggling, their collective observation reinforces that reality. They are effectively holding the paper flat while you are trying to fold it. Their doubt adds mass to your journey. This is why so many manifestations lag or fail the moment you tell others about them. You have allowed the noise of their reality to infect the purity of your signal. A master of time is a master of silence. In the Matrix, we call this information security. Do not discuss your coordinate selection with those who are still counting their pennies and their seconds. Their questions of when and how are viruses designed to slow down your processing speed. They are reminding the simulation of the gap that you are trying to close. Move in silence. Let the world see the results, but never the process. When you operate in secret, the Matrix has no external anchors to hold you in the old frame. You become a ghost in the timeline. You disappear from the grid of struggle and reappear in the grid of success. The world will call it a miracle or luck. You will know it was simply the result of insulating your circuit from the gravity of the collective. To move with the speed of light, you must move without the friction of other people's opinions. We must now address the most critical safety valve in the mastery of duration. There is a dangerous misunderstanding that folding time means you sit in a chair and wait for the world to bring you your desires. This is a fatal error. The block universe contains your destination, but your avatar must still navigate the terrain to reach the coordinate. The difference between a slave and a hacker is the quality of the movement. Most people operate in a state of panic action. They move because they are afraid of losing time. They move because they feel they are falling behind. Panic action is high resistance. It is frantic, inefficient, and full of friction. When you act from panic, you are taking the long road through the mountain. You are fighting against the gravity of your own doubt. You are creating more duration with every step you take. An inspired action hacker operates in inspired action. When you fold the fabric of your perception and inhabit the finished state, your brain begins to identify shortcuts that were previously invisible. You are no longer climbing the mountain. You are walking through the tunnel you have already created in the field. Inspired action feels light. It feels effortless. It is the path of least resistance. You still move your feet. You still work your hands. You still execute the tasks required by the simulation. But you are not moving toward a goal. You are moving as a person who has already achieved it. This is the physical completion of the fold. If you have selected the coordinate of wealth, you will receive a sudden hit of intuition to take a specific action. This action might take 5 minutes, but it will yield the results of 5 years of struggle. This is the definition of efficiency. Do not be stagnant. Be precise. Use your physical movement to ground the quantum shift you have made in your mind. Action is the bridge between the data and the render. But let your actions be led by the destination, not by the fear of the clock. The final hack of the fourth dimension is a total shift in your identity. You must realize that you are not in time. Time is in you. As the immortal observer we discussed in our exploration of death, you exist outside of the localized render. Your true nature is timeless. The only reason you feel the pressure of the clock is because you have identified yourself with the avatar. The avatar is a biological clock. It has a heart that beats, lungs that breathe, and cells that decay. The avatar is part of the sequence, but the I that is aware of the heart beating is not the heart. The I that is aware of the seconds passing is not part of the time. When you shift your identity from the clock to the watcher of the clock, the matrix pressure evaporates. You stop feeling rushed because you realize there is nowhere to go. Every coordinate in the block universe is already here. Wealth is a now. Health is a now. Power is a now. They are all present in the field, waiting for your clear, quiet observation to illuminate them. The paradox of duration is this: the less you care about how long it will take, the faster it happens. Desperation is a high-resistance signal that tells the simulation it is not here yet. Peace is a low-resistance signal that tells the simulation it is done. The matrix always reflects your internal frequency. If you are in a state of waiting, the matrix will give you more things to wait for. If you are in a state of having, the matrix will give you the physical evidence of your possession. Release the clock. Smash the hourglass of your anxiety. Stop counting the days and start inhabiting the state. The version of you that has everything you desire is not coming in the future. That version is watching you right now from another coordinate in the block. Merge with that version. Collapse the wave. The duration is exactly 0. We have performed the surgical strike on time. You have learned that the past is a gravity well of mass that you can neutralize. You have learned that the future is a coordinate you can select in the infinite library of the block universe. You have learned that duration is a resistance created by the noise of doubt and the friction of panic. You are no longer a victim of the grind. You are no longer a prisoner of some day. You are the architect of your own timeline. You decide the internal signal clarity. You decide the path of least resistance. You decide when the movie ends. The leash of Chronos has been cut. The fourth dimension is no longer a cage. It is your playground. Move with the speed of intention. Manifest with the speed of certainty. Go to the comments for the final ritual of this transmission. Seal your sovereignty over the fourth dimension. Write, "I am timeless." Look at the clock one last time. It has no power over you. The ticking is just a sound in the simulation. The years are just distances you have already traveled in your mind. You are the beginning and the end. You are the circle and the center. The countdown is over. The simulation is yours to command. The architect is awake. The Matrix 963, out.